My name is Bao Pham. My occupation is a producer slash engineer, and I'm from here, Montgomery, Alabama. I think it just comes down to taste. So I just try to really focus on what the artist wants, and also focus on how the audience is going to listen. Marrying the two, want to mix it to where if I'm going to touch on it, that I would listen to it myself. So the difference between mixing and mastering is mainly mixing is a lot of the heavy lifting, carving out a lot of stuff. Basically mixing, just making sure that all the elements can be heard, or all of the elements are meshing well together, from a balance of vocals to instruments to drums, and then low end especially. And then mastering is just like the fine tuning of it. But just think about a block of ice. You're trying to make a sculpture. You're chipping away at it and you're getting the majority of the structure, the head, if it's a body, a head, torso, legs, all types of arms. And that's the mixing side, just getting, let's try as detailed as possible. And the mastering is like the real details of like, the shape of lips, eyes, hands, what they're wearing or whatever. My dad pushed me really hard when I was young, like pushed me in the piano when I was 4. So I hated every bit of it, but it taught me a lot of patience, a lot of discipline, and been playing that since I was 4 up until into high school, and I voluntarily quit at the time. But during that time, piano, my dad self-taught himself how to play guitar. I went to Carver Elementary after Chisholm and studied guitar as well, and picked that up as like a secondary instrument. And guitar and bass are related, so I know how to play both. And then I picked up saxophone as well, played in the school band, and then my dad had a little small band as well. He would play a lot of Vietnamese weddings and stuff. I would be the keyboardist. So I would understand the structure of how a band interacts. So that really helped me as far as musically, how to understand how to approach music from a mixing and producing perspective. But really, I learned a lot of that stuff technically on my own. Once I interned at Atmosphere Recording here in town in Montgomery, I worked at a job there as an engineer for a while, and then I opened up my own spot in 2009 called Mixology Recording Studios. And then 2018, obviously I moved overseas, went all online, and stopped recording and just do mixing and mastering only. I always ask questions up front to see where the artist is direction-wise, and then try to execute as best as possible. So sometimes I can knock it out in V1, sometimes it might be V2 or V3. And there's some people that are like very detailed. It might be like little small stuff, and I can understand that. So sometimes it's called for. Like I said, I try to knock it out the first time. I take my time during the first pass and then knock it out. I've done a lot of stuff with Dope B, so rest in peace. I've done stuff for Rylo Rodriguez, NoCap, Moneybagg Yo, Young Dolph, Tasha Couture, she's more of a producer now, Blanco Brown, Project Pat, Bolo the producer, and then the local artists as well, Rubber Band OG, DA, Rockstar JT is one of them, Destiny Turner. Yeah, I'm naming way more than 5 now. Lady K, true. Cycles definitely was a very big favorite. I love the whole record. Evermore was the second one. The Cycles I really liked, and it's just the whole vibe of it, great songwriting, great delivery, great production, all the elements sat in pocket. and I just like the song. That's like, you know, like I said, if the song is already good, I wouldn't say I'm going a lot harder on it, but it allows me to be a little more creative. So there's like little things in that song that I don't know if you noticed, but it cycles. So going through these cycles. So like during the hook, the main vocal moves a little bit. I don't know if you know, you can probably only hear it in headphones, but it'll move like this. So the cycle is like, it's just imitating the cycle. So that's like little tidbits of creativity on a mix end, you know, because some people think mixing is like, you know, you just make it sound good, which is true. But like the little things that are gonna make a difference, those little small details like that. I think I made the keys, the roads wider, something like that, or I had some movement to it. That's what I really enjoyed about that. And then Evermore is definitely more traditional. You know what I'm saying? The Cycles was my favorite one.
Okay.
Probably all time. I use that to reference from a lot. Sometimes it's a little back and forth with the session, trying to get the session right. You know, sometimes it's something you did. Sometimes it's something the producer did. But I mean, it's cool. That's not a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? File organization and naming, definitely. That would help tremendously, especially if something's tracked out. Yeah, I know it's a lot for artists because, you know, to be honest, artists pay for everything. Videographers, producers, engineers, all that type of stuff. So I have a high respect for artists that's trying to do it. You can follow me at Turn Me Up Bao on Instagrams, where I am mostly. I'm on TikTok, but not much. Twitter, Facebook. My studio is Mixology Studios. All that social media, IG, Facebook, Twitter. And then also I am trying to start a school of recording called Re Academy. So it's RE Academy and _ on IG.